Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we have a really special treat. Two iconic artists who have been in the spotlight for over 20 years are sitting down to talk about a personal side of their lives that we don't often get to see, parenting. Ashanti and Nelly rose to fame in the early 2000s with hit after hit, captivating audiences around the world with their infectious music and magnetic stage presence. But behind the scenes, they've also been navigating the joys and challenges of raising kids in the public eye today. They're opening up like never before about their approaches to parenting, the lessons they've learned, and their hopes and dreams for their children. This is a side of Ashanti and Nelly that you won't want to miss. Let's get right into it. Thanks so much for having us. You know, being a parent is one of the most rewarding yet challenging roles I've ever had. When Nelly and I first started dating back in the day, we never imagined we'd one day be sitting here talking about our kids. But here we are. My daughter Kiari is now 12 years old, and let me tell you, the preteen years have been a wild ride. As an artist, I spent so much of my time and energy on my career in those early years. But now, my number one priority is making sure Kiari grows up to be a confident, empowered young woman who can navigate this crazy world. One thing that's really important to me is making sure she has a strong sense of her cultural heritage. As a young black girl, it's crucial that she understands and appreciates her roots. So we make it a point to celebrate holidays like Juneteenth, and I'm always talking to her about important figures and movements in black history. I want her to be proud of where she comes from. I feel you on that, Shanti. My son Cornell is 15 now. And let me tell you, raising a teenage boy has its own unique set of challenges. But above all, I just want him to grow up to be a good man, someone who treats people with respect, who stands up for what's right, and who uses his platform to make a positive impact. One thing I've really tried to emphasize with Cornell is the importance of education. Coming from where I came from, I know firsthand how transformative education can be. So I've always pushed him to work hard in school and explore his intellectual curiosities. We have these really deep conversations about history, science, philosophy, you name it. I want him to be a well-rounded, critical thinker.At the same time. I also want him to know that it's okay not to have it all figured out. I remember feeling so much pressure when I was his age to have my whole life mapped out. But the reality is, the journey is full of twists and turns. So I try to remind him to be patient with himself, to embrace the process of discovery, and to not be afraid to change course if something doesn't feel quite right. Absolutely. And you know, one of the things that's been really important to both of us is creating a sense of normalcy for our kids, despite the craziness of our careers. I remember when Kiari was little, she would get so excited whenever she saw me or her dad on TV or in magazines. And of course, that's flattering. But I also wanted her to understand that we're just regular people at the end of the day. We have our own struggles, our own fears, our own dreams, just like everyone else. So we've really tried to keep our family life as private and low-key as possible. No fancy mansions or over-the-top birthday parties. Just quality time together, doing normal family stuff like going to the park, cooking meals, and watching movies. I want Kiari to have that sense of stability and comfort, you know, absolutely. And I think that's so important, especially in this day and age where kids are constantly bombarded with these unrealistic images and expectations on social media. I mean, Cornell has his own Instagram account now, and let me tell you, it can be a minefield trying to navigate that whole world, but one thing I've really tried to impress upon him is the importance of authenticity. I want him to feel empowered to show his true self, without feeling the need to conform to some idealized version of who he should be. So we have these ongoing conversations about self-acceptance, about being comfortable in your own skin, about using your platform to uplift and inspire others. At the end of the day, my hope is that Cornell will grow up to be a young man who is secure in his identity, who knows his worth, and who isn't afraid to use his voice to make a difference. That's the legacy I want to leave him. I feel the same way. You know, as parents, we have this incredible opportunity to shape the next generation. And that comes with a lot of responsibility. But it's a responsibility that I'm honored to take on, because I truly believe that the children of today will be the changemakers of tomorrow. So whether it's instilling a strong sense of cultural pride, emphasizing the value of education, or teaching the importance of authenticity and self-acceptance. These are the things that I hope will empower Kiari to go out and conquer the world. Because at the end of the day, that's all I want for her. To know that she can achieve anything she sets her mind to. And I think the key is just being there for our kids, no matter what. Being their rock, their safe space, their biggest cheerleaders. It's not always easy, but it's so worth it to see them grow and thrive. So to all the parents out there listening, keep showing up, keep loving fiercely, keep believing in your kids. Because they are the future, and the future is bright. Well, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the parenting journeys of two of music's biggest icons. Ashanti and Nelly have certainly had their fair share of success and accolades over the years. But at the end of the day, their most important roles are as loving, dedicated parents. Thank you both for sharing your hearts and your wisdom with us today. We wish you and your families all the best. That's it for now. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for more inspiring conversations to come. Until next time, take care.